It's almost unimaginable. Fox News has made a decision that is pathetic, yet not surprising in the least. While all major cable news networks carried today's high-profile press conference in D.C., in which victims of convicted child predator Jeffrey Epstein call for the Department of Justice to release all of the Epstein-related evidence, Fox News chose to ignore it. Yeah, Fox covered the press conference right up until Marjorie Taylor Greene took aim at the Trump administration for continuing to keep the Epstein files under wraps, specifically naming the FBI, the CIA, and the DOJ. At that point, Fox host Dana Perino just cut away.
The truth needs to come out, and the government holds the truth. The cases that are sealed hold the truth. Jeffrey Epstein's estate holds the truth. The FBI, the DOJ, and the CIA holds the truth. And the truth.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene continues speaking there at this press conference about the Epstein files, the Epstein victims as well, a highlight on them today.
So Fox exited just as Greene started to blast Trump, then segued into a separate story attacking Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson as the worst mayor in America. This is what Trump wants them to do. They don't want you to look over here. They want you to look over here. I wasn't the only one who noticed this. Media Matters posted on X, while CNN and MSNBC are airing the press conference featuring Jeffrey Epstein's victims, Fox News is providing counter-programming featuring a Trump appointee. Fair and balanced? Go fuck yourself. Fox News has entirely ignored the story apart from a discussion on the special report in the 6 p.m. hour last night, as the House Oversight Committee released the documents, most of which were already public. Fox News found this particular story not to be worth covering until Dairy Queen hosted a press conference with Epstein's victims right outside the Capitol. Dana Perino introduced live footage of the event, which allowed Fox News viewers a rare glimpse of Republican criticism of Trump. So while the House Oversight Committee released over 30,000 documents related to the criminal investigation and the eventual death of convicted sex trafficker Epstein last night, 15 hours later, the examination of these papers revealed nothing new, and much of what was released was already out there or heavily redacted. But I mean, come on, when Pam Bondi said this.
The FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now.
Trump quickly shut her down with this.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
So some Republicans began to do what Fox is apparently unable to do, pivot away from the guy who spent thousands of hours being the best friend of a sex trafficking pedagast.
And this is the first topic that all of us as Americans, not as Democrats, not as liberals, not as Republicans, are actually lining together and saying we all want the Epstein files. And I said, come on, Donald, give us those files.
We are here at the Turning Point USA Summit in Tampa, Florida. It is a big gathering of Trump supporters. And one thing everybody seems to be talking about here this weekend, Jeffrey Epstein.
We need to get to the bottom of Epstein because Epstein is the key that picks the lock.
Let me just ask you, make some noise if you care about the Jeffrey Epstein scandal.
This is Turning Point USA's Student Action Summit. It's an event aimed at mobilizing young conservatives. Ultimately, I mean, how bad do you think it would be for the MAGA movement, for young people's trust in Trump if by the end of his term they don't release everything they know about Epstein?
Well, I think that if they don't release the Epstein files, whatever J.D. Vance says then is irrelevant because it's like everybody's going to take it as like a lie because of what Donald Trump did. But I think J.D. Vance wants these files released as well. And I think that Donald Trump, he promised them, so he needs to do it. No matter who's on them, we need to release the Epstein files.
So you might ask yourself, why is Fox so dead set on being the pedo 24/7 network? Because they're stuck. Here's the deal. While many Republicans who have access to DOJ's shit about Epstein and Trump, most MAGA Fox idiots believe Trump when he says this.
This is a Democrat hoax.
And Fox knows one thing for certain. Their future depends entirely on Trump and the idiot MAGA base. Their hosts have their heads so far up Trump's ass, they can French kiss Sean Hannity. But when Dairy Queen turns on Trump, you can smell something burning. And while Daisy Cracker Barrel has pushed back on funding for foreign wars and the big not so beautiful bill, apparently the exploitation of children is a step too far.
As a matter of fact, it's such an important issue that it should bring us all together. It's grieved me to watch the arguments and debates take place among my colleagues and even the administration. I think this is something that was worth fighting for. You see, the women behind me are going to tell you stories that you've never heard before. These are unimaginable horrors that they've lived with for their entire lives since they were very, very young. But these are also similar stories that many children, teenagers, women, and even men are enduring nightmares right now as we speak. You see, these women have been fighting since the 1990s. I heard one woman tell us yesterday since 1996. And they have carried with them shame. But I want to tell you something. The shame does not fall on these brave, courageous women. The shame falls on every single person that coldly turned a blind eye to their abuse.
You see, that's what Fox didn't want you to see, and now you can see why. They're protecting Trump because Trump is their meal ticket, no matter where or who he sticks his 3 inches in.
Your leadership is truly beyond anything we have ever had in this country. And you do not have a small penis.
Ah, thanks, gang.
But the increased interest/concern over the Epstein-Trump connection apparently isn't enough for Fox to be honest and show a glimpse of integrity.
Interest in the Epstein files and the Epstein case is sky high, and the American public does not trust what the government is selling them.
Fox News is lost, and you know it's bad when they get fined nearly $1 billion and they still support Pouty Fuckwinkle, who's so concerned with this unfolding saga, he's sending Marines and National Guard to American cities to deflect attention from the one issue that is hanging around him like the stink from Steve Bannon's boxers.
It's just attack, 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 keep driving it, flood the zone, overwhelm them. It gets to be a psychological thing. They don't even know what to choose and picking. You see it by the coverage. They're overwhelmed. They don't know where to turn. They don't have the normal levers of power they could grab. And so they're kind of adrift.
But so much of what's happening here is too tragic for Trump or Fox to ever recover from. Even Pam Bondi, who Trump bribed when she was Florida Attorney General to not prosecute him over Trump University, stood up and seemed ready to move the case forward.
It's sitting on my desk.
But the one character Trump thought might save him will be difficult to sell to America to overcome the nation's incredulity. Trump is treating Ghislaine Maxwell like she could send him to prison for life, and she could do just that.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly.
That's interesting. So why would Trump say something like that if she didn't have dirt on him? Because he's a nice guy? And now Trump is considering pardoning Maxwell, which begs the question, why would you not view her as the monster she obviously is and instead coddle her like a family member? 20 women have testified that Maxwell brought them to Epstein, who then assaulted them, and others saw Maxwell stop by junior high schools and recruit these young girls. Why wouldn't Trump do everything he could to make this all known, and why would he consider pardoning her? I've said this before, but Trump owes everything to Fox News, the network that lies for money while tearing down our 250-year-old democracy. Their criminality is treasonous, and their personalities void of integrity and character. So the next time you see Hannity, Ingram, Waters, or Gutfeld in public, get in their face and say this.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm not sure it'll do any good, but you'll feel better.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk.
It's not fair. Who are you talking to?
I could be a stupid person.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Are you not entertained?
Do you have no shame?
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's not fair.
Jeffrey Epstein?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
TikTok.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.